Hello, I'm James Harding. I've just finished chairing the opening session of the 2020 Santander International Banking Conference. It was introduced by Alejandra Kinderlan, and then we were joined by Professor Larry Summers of Harvard, State Secretary Jörg Kukies of the Finance Ministry in Germany, Agustín Carstens, the Managing Director of the Bank of International Settlements, and of course José Antonio Álvarez, the Chief Executive of Santander. If I were to try and take away one thing, and there were many in this conversation, from the discussion that we had, it was this extraordinary sense that a decade on from the financial crisis and in the face of the coronavirus pandemic, there was a willingness, a need, a determination and a capability to use fiscal stimulus to try and support businesses, countries and societies in the recession, yes, and recovery to come, to ensure that people were supported, small and medium-sized enterprises were supported, and society itself was supported as it deals with the impact and then the aftermath of the pandemic. It was a conversation which did not shy from the difficulties ahead. Both Agustín Carstens and José Antonio Álvarez talked frankly about the pressures that come with the debt that's been taken on, the potential for defaults and bankruptcies in 2021. But it was also a conversation that looked ahead at the way in which the world will be fundamentally different, changed of course by technology, and struck too by the potential of governments to intervene and address some of the structural inequalities that have been so evident in 2020. Most of all, it's been striking that the interventions that we've seen from governments, you heard this from Jörg Kukies from Germany, have been largely successful in sustaining the economies of the world through this, particularly in Europe and the United States. But no one shies from the difficulties ahead. No one, and you heard this from Larry Summers, believed there was any merit in declaring victory early. Instead, what was sorely needed was clear leadership, domestically around health and the pandemic, clear leadership globally and coordination to make sure that the support was needed for economies around the world, and an understanding of how fundamentally the map of the world and the workings of the world have been changed by coronavirus and 2020. Do take a listen. I promise you you'll find it worth it. It was an extraordinary group of people, and we come back for the next and second session of the SIBC next week, when we'll be talking about payments, digital currencies and technology. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy listening.